Namaste. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Martin Bland, and some of you may know me because you've done yoga with me at the Senior Center here in Teaneck. And some of you may not know me because I really hope that the whole town would participate in us getting healthy. As all of you know, Teaneck was hit pretty hard with this virus. And now here we are, and I'm very, very concerned about things that I hear about people being very, very stressed out because they're locked down in their homes. And I'm thinking in just the opposite terms. Right now, we all, adults, have more time, free time, than we have ever had. And the problem is that so many of you are just waiting to get out from under the umbrella of the dictates of this virus. You're just waiting, and you know what it's like. Everybody knows what it's like, waiting on a pot of water to boil. A minute seems like 20 minutes. And I'm thinking, why don't we do something with this time? Because once we're out from under, we're never going to have this much time again to think. I'm wondering if some of you, when you were in high school and college, did you draw, did you sketch, did you do something there that you have left behind because you become parents? Does anybody realize that there isn't one amongst you who doesn't have that creative well that you see in other people? And I'm telling you, those people that you see it in, they are just beacons to let you know that what is possible. And so, can't you, take a moment and think about yourself. Think about yourself for the last 20 years, 30 years. Think about who you were 30 years ago, before you became a mom, before you became a grandpa. What was going on inside of you then? And can you do something right now? One of the things that I want you to do is let's do health. When we're out from under this umbrella, let's come out healthier than we've ever been, and that is possible. I've done work here at the Senior Center, and I teach a lot of people here, and yoga people have fared very well against this virus. This is a matter of health, and that is all that you and I are going to be dealing with. And I know that you shouldn't make promises, but I feel really, really positive if you do this, if you start now and you do it, things are going to get better. You may feel even today, when we're finished, that you feel a little bit better. And you let that be a sign that you're going in the right direction. And I also would hope that what you learn, that safely done, that you would share it with someone else. And just the breathing, for instance, makes a big difference, because if your lungs are healthy, they can weaken that virus before it goes to other parts of your body. So let's make our lungs so they have a robust response to this virus, because I accuse us Americans of having lazy lungs because you don't think about breathing. What other discipline other than yoga where you are directly exercising your entire respiratory system? I'm going to take the time that it takes. I'm not going to rush this, but I'm going to take the time that it takes for you to get it, okay? And I'm going to say something else. The way I teach yoga, you should be able to do it without ever saying ouch. And that means you don't do things, so vigorously, and because maybe you're enthusiastic. If it hurts, listen to your body and you back off enough to stop the hurt. Now I'll guide you through that, through everything that I'm teaching you. Right now, I want you to learn something that is very, very important, and it's breathing. how to exercise your respiratory system. It's going to take a few minutes for me to teach you this, but once you have it, you're going to feel the effects, because when you organize your breathing in the yoga fashion, not only does it strengthen your respiratory system, but it relaxes your nervous system. You will feel more quiet and more at ease. And that's going to be a big help right now. So if you're ready to get started, I'm ready. And you don't need a yoga mat or anything like that right now. If you just put yourself in a comfortable chair where you can sit up as straight as you can. I don't want you to strain to sit up straight, but just as straight as you can without it being a task, okay? All right. Now, this is the area that we are covering for now. Breathing, breathing, breathing. I'm going to teach you something that's going to lead to the way we breathe in the yoga class. But I think if I teach you this first, it'll be easier for you to understand. I'm going to teach you something called the whistle breath. You know, I was thinking that maybe I made this up myself, but no, it had to be out there before me. Whistle breathing, right? Watch what I'm doing. I'm going to take a little air, then I'm going to whistle it out. Now, I don't care about the sound, I just care about the lips. I just whistle that breath out. I'm going to take another one and do it again. Now watch this. If I can whistle it out, I can whistle it in. Watch me do this for a few rounds, and then just join in me when you think you got something, right? Take a little air. You don't have to fill up, just take a little air. Now whistle it out and follow my hand. See if you can whistle it out for as long as I am moving my hand. Ready? Now reverse it. Whistle in. Pause right there. Whistle out. You empty. Whistle in. Try it with me now. Got a little air? Whistle out. Whistle in. Whistle out. Come on, you have it by now. Whistle in. Whistle out. Pause on that for a moment. Think about it for a moment. Keep playing with it for a moment. Just whistling in and whistling out. Now, I'm going to start you on that again, but I'm going to throw you a curve. So I want you to be ready for the curve. Now, at some point, I may count for the out and inward breath. The outward breath usually goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the inward breath is a beat or two longer. Let's say a 5, 4, 3, 2, empty. Okay? That's when I start to count, so you'll understand. Okay? You're going to check your posture. Take a little breath. Now whistle out. Whistle in. Whistle out. Whistle in. Whistle out. Now get ready. Here comes the curve. Whistle in. Whistle out. here comes the curve. Now, I want you to close your mouth and let that air go through your nostrils. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, and full. Out. Whistle in. 1, 2, 3, and full. Whistle out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whistle in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, seal your mouth completely. Now, through your nostrils, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's through your nose now. And breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 1, 2, 3, and out. Whistle in. I'm sorry, just breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and full on that fourth beat. Now, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stay with it now. In through your nostrils. 1, 2, 3, and full. Pause there a moment, let your lungs stretch. Now breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, everything out. Nostrils, inhale. 1, 2, 3, and full. Let the lungs stretch a little bit. Breathe out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and empty. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and full. Let the lungs stretch. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and empty. Let's do a few more. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, and full. Let them stretch. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and empty. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and full. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and empty. Okay, natural breathing now. And you practice this until you have it. All right, now, if you have any problem at all, you can always go back to the whistle breath and practice that until you can do the breathing through your nostrils. All right, so now we have just, as far as your health is concerned, excuse me while I have a drink. As far as your health is concerned, we have just addressed your respiratory system. Now we're going to address your circulatory system. And what I mean by that is we're trying to get rid of excess tension that collects in your muscles and disturbs the circulation. The blood flows much more freely through muscles that are at ease than muscles that are all tight like this. So we're going to start with something that we call upper body maintenance. In other words, when we get finished, all of this area here, your upper back, shoulder blades, between the shoulder blades, that tension that you feel here. And if you're sitting as a couple, feel each other's shoulders, see how hard that is. And it shouldn't be hard like that. That's tension trapped in your muscles. Now, we're going to begin right now to relieve some of that tension, okay? when we are stretching, follow it the best you can. If it gets difficult for you, then just do the movements, and the breathing, that part will come naturally once you start to practice for a while. Okay, now, drop your arms to your sides. Now, if you can follow the breathing with the movement, do so. Otherwise, don't worry about it, just do the movement. Now, I'm going to empty my lungs first. And now I'm going to inhale as I bring my arms up overhead. I'm going to join my thumbs together, and I'm going to get myself a stretch, but not my best stretch, just to feel my body. And then I'm going to let my arms come down. Nice and easy, just the way I'm doing it. All right, now, second round, to go a little stronger. Let's try this. Whistle in as you bring your arms up. Hold that breath, lock your thumbs, make the stretch a little bit stronger than the first one. Whistle out as you bring your arms down. Whistle in, arms up overhead, lock your thumbs. Now make this your best stretch so far. Now I want you to breathe freely, but you feel what's going on in your shoulders. Breathe freely. Good. Now watch what I do. Do exactly what I do. I want you to bend just a little bit to your right. Now once you bend just a little bit, reach with both arms. Reach so you should feel it right there, not down here. Okay, come back up, whistle up. Now whistle out as you bend a little to your left, and now normal breathing, and reach with both arms, reaching in the direction your fingers are pointing. And now come back, whistle in if you can. Now whistle out as you bring your arms down. Shake your shoulders out a little bit. Okay. All right, are you ready to go on? Okay. Now this one's a little tougher. Put your arms down. Good. Now, only if you can do it easily, follow the breathing that goes with the stretching. Whistle out. Whistle in. Bring your arms up overhead. Now, normal breathing. Look at my hands. You see how I've dropped my hands down so I can look up into my palms. All right, now, follow me. With your right arm, stretch up. Now keep it there. Make the left arm catch up so your hands are even. Breathe freely. See if you can go a little bit more on the right arm, up, left arm, make them even, and whoa, let them down. You feel that? Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay, now, right arm. We're going to make circles with your arms. Now, this is for your shoulder joint and the muscles that we've talked about already, getting that tension out. Drop your right arm at your side. Now, slowly, circle forward. Circle up. Now, here's where I want you to be careful. I want you to circle back only what you can do without any discomfort. Don't go that far. And then you're going to circle down. Let's change arms. Left arm, circle forward. Now stretch up. Now very gently, don't hurt this joint. Circle back, only what you can do without discomfort, and circle down. Right arm, circle out, and up. Nice and easy. Don't hurt the joints. Circle back, and down. Left Left arm out and up and back and down. Okay, shake it out. Move your shoulders. That's it. Now, this next technique is called chest expansion. And it's the most effective exercise that I know to get that tension out of your shoulders and upper back. Right now, I'm going to turn my chair around because I want you to see me from behind. Now, if you can follow along right now, do so. Otherwise, I'll make sure that you have it. All right, so you need a simple chair, like a kitchen chair, a chair that has an open back. All right, now, you're in your chair. You know, I always like to say that what I'm teaching you now, you could do while your coffee was brewing, okay? You're gonna sit in, maybe you're in your kitchen or in your dining room. You're gonna sit in a chair that has an open back, and you're gonna reach back and grab the seat of that chair. Good. Now, you need to focus on my upper back and shoulders, because you need to see what I'm going to do. Watch now. I'm bringing my shoulders back, and I'm squeezing my shoulder blades toward each other. And then I'm going to release it. Could you see that? Do you see what I'm doing? You have to sit up nice and tall and bring the shoulders back. And just think of bringing your shoulder blades closer together, like you're squeezing them together. And relax. Do you think you have it? Okay, let's do it together. You're sitting up, you have your seat. Now, if you don't happen to have an open back chair, then maybe you can use the frame. You can use the frame of the chair also, okay? Sit up nice, and now, just with me, bring your shoulders back, and think of bringing those shoulder blades together, squeeze them together. Normal breathing here, just squeeze, squeeze, and release. I hope you get this. This is important. Study it if you have to, but make sure you get this one because it works every time. If you're doing it with me right now, after we do it once or twice more, there is going to be less tension in your upper back and shoulders, and the blood will flow more freely. All right, sit up tall. You have your grip. Bring your shoulders back and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Just normal breathing, just hold that squeeze. And now relax easy. One more time, sit up tall, shoulders back, and squeeze. And relax. Bring your hands forward, shake your shoulders out. And now, let me turn it around again to show you there are many other movements for your upper body maintenance, but we're going to start with these few. So now, what you just did was you brought your shoulder blades together. That's a deep contraction. In yoga, we balance and counterbalance everything. All right, so now, being that we were stretching this, you felt that stretch across your chest, but the upper back, we were contracting. Now we do the opposite. I want to stretch the upper back where we just contracted. All right, so bring your palms together, fingers interlocked, chest high. All right, let's use the whistle breath on this. All right, take a breath. Now turn your palms out, and as you push your hands forward, just whistle. Whistle it out and push forward, push, push, push. thumbs, whistle in. Arms overhead, stretch up, stretch up, stretch up. Whistle out, arms down to your sides. Good. I hope you got through that. I hope you understand the mechanics and just watch it over. Look at it again and look at it again until you think you have it. Now, I want to move to the next area of your body. See, all of this is going to make your muscles healthier because they have less tension in them and the blood flow much more free. So I want to do the same thing because lower back problems is a major problem in America. So I'm going to show you how to get rid of your lower back problems. And most of the problem there is poor circulation. The back muscles don't get the circulation you need, so they're not going to behave as they should. All right? So it's all about, I ask my class just these questions all the time. What do muscles do? Think about it. They stretch, they contract, they do some lifting for us, carry some weight for us. That's it. So how can we keep them healthy? It's simple. You know the answer already. You stretch them, you contract them, you let them carry some weight for us, and you let them rest. That's all it takes, and that's what we're going to do. So now I have to give you side view so that you understand. Now this is called lower back maintenance. What you just finished, that's upper body maintenance. And before all of this is done, we're going to cover your whole body, okay? Now, I need you to move forward in your chair just a little bit off the back so that you're not leaning back, okay? I want you to be as straight up as you can. I'm going to get a grip on the front edge of my chair. I'm just going to get a grip, and I'm going to let that just assist me. And what I'm trying to do is, if you can focus here, if you can see here, with my hand, I'm very gently going to pull up on the chair and let that help me to arch my lower back inward. In other words, my back is going this way, okay? It's arching inward. And then I'm going to relax on my arms completely. All my weight will be on my arms, right? Let me go over this a couple more times, right? I need you to see everything. Front edge of the chair. I'm going to hold it, okay? And I'm going to just pull up very gently with my fingers and pull my lower back in, like my back is arching toward you now. And then, when I give those muscles a good squeeze, I'm going to come forward and rest. All my weight right now is on my arms, all of it. It's on my arms. Then I'm going to sit up, gently pull up on the chair, arch my back in, and then I'm going to come back and relax. Simple as that. We're going to do 5, 6, 7 of those. Now, let me straighten out my mat. And, okay. All right, you're sitting, you sit up as tall as you can without being stiff about it. Get a grip here. Good. And let's just do a few, just for the mechanics, and then see if we can add the whistle breath, okay? So, gently pull up on the chair and arch your back inward, forward, so you feel the muscles tighten. Now come back nice and easy, put the weight on your arms. And sit up again, pull up, and arch your back in, and just think of yourself as squeezing those muscles. And come back, put the weight on your arms. And sit up, pull up, arch in, squeeze. Now come back, weight on your arms. Let's do a few more. Whistle in, let's try it. Whistle in, pull up, squeeze those muscles, whistle out. Don't forget, all your weight is here once you come forward. Whistle in, sit up, pull up on the chair, arch your back, squeeze, whistle out. One more class. Sit up, whistle in, pull up on the chair, arch in, whistle out. Now let's relax there for a moment. So we did one of the things that muscles require to be healthy. We contracted them. The next thing is obvious, stretch them. So now I want you to put your legs out in front of you, like so. Put your hands on your knees. All right, now, follow me with this. I want you to slowly slide your hands down your leg. Come on down. Now, wherever your body stops, that's your stretch. You feel that in your spine and in your back. Okay? That's the stretch. That's how we counterbalance the contraction. Okay, come up slowly. Sit up nice and tall. Let's do it again. Slide your hands down. Now, when you get there, wherever your body stops, just relax. The stretch is happening and we'll increase it in a moment. Okay, bring yourself back up. Just drag your hands up your legs. And slide your hands down. Wherever your body stops, just relax and let those muscles stretch. They need it so badly. And now, lift up. Now this time, put your hands on your waist and just follow with me now. Bend to the right. And only bend as far as you're comfortable, no further. And lift up. Bend to your left. Lift up. Let's go to the right again. This time, let's stay there for a moment. So now we're bending the spine. That's health for your spinal column because you're using it. Lift up. Bend to your left. Let's stay there for a moment. Now, make sure you don't go to the point where you're not comfortable. That doesn't help. Okay, lift up. Now let's give your back another stretch. Slide your hands down. Let's linger here for a moment. Just let that stretch penetrate your muscles. Okay. Now, come up easy. Good. Bring your legs together. Now, I'm going to angle my chair so that you see everything. Now, this movement is very, very, very important. All right? And you'll understand it immediately. Now, so far, we arched the spine inward because that's what the spine can do. We stretched it forward. We bent your spine left and right, okay? And now we call this the spinal twist. This is what you're gonna do. Your legs are together. Now you have to move a little bit forward in your chair. Move a little bit forward in your chair so there's room for your hand. So let's say you put your right hand behind you. Put your left hand against your leg. Okay, now, whistle in. Now, whistle out. Now watch what I'm doing. I want you to turn your chest to your right. And see what I'm doing? Look over your shoulder. Do you see it? Now I want you to come forward. So you got to bring your hand around. You got to sit up tall. Now put your left hand behind you. Your right hand against the left leg. Now gently turn your chest toward your left wall. And you don't go so far that it's uncomfortable. Remember that always. All right, let's do it again on the right side. Come forward first. Right hand behind you, left hand against your leg, and turn. Come forward. Check your posture. Are you up tall? Left hand behind, right hand against your leg, and turn. Come forward. Hand behind you, hand against the leg, and turn. Now this time, let's just stay here for an extra few seconds. Normal breathing, right? You're not going so far that it hurts. So far, you've had 0 pain. All right, come forward. Left hand behind you. Right hand against your leg. And turn. Now, come forward again and relax. Good. So now, once again, you're going to give your spine a good stretch. You're going to put your feet out wide. You're going to slide your hands down your legs. And you're going to feel that stretch in your back and your spine. Give it time. Penetrate your muscles. And now come up easy. Okay, now I want to finish up where we started with the breathing. But this time, I want you to make the effort to do it through your nostrils, okay? But if you have any problem with that, you can always count on the whistle breath. All right, so I'm going to use a count. First, I want you to whistle all the air out. And then we're going to start with the nostrils. Okay, now, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and you're full. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2. Get it all out. Give it a little squeeze. That's right. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and full. Let the lungs stretch. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2. Everything out. A little squeeze. Make sure you get it all out. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and full. Lungs are stretching. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and empty. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and full. This has got to feel good to you. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and empty. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and full. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and empty. Now, if your lungs get full by the time I get to 3, that's okay. As long as it's slow and smooth. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Lungs full. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and empty. Just one more. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and you're full. The lungs are stretching. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and empty. All right, now I want you to do this. I want you to sit there. I want you to close your eyes. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. And you tell me, doesn't something It does. I know it does. And that's going to tell you that you're on the right track for using this time that we have to make yourself as healthy as you've ever been. So now I'll say namaste, and I'll see you because there's more to this. All right, you're just beginning. Namaste.